Is Chattanooga really haunted? You bet it is. You can be walking down the sidewalks and come across ghosts from every direction. In Chattanooga, we had death, disease, fire, floods, war. It all happened right here in the 1800s and the very, very early 1900s, and some even beyond. Hi, I'm Delilah Taylor, owner of the ChattaBOOga Ghost Walk, and an original born and raised local right here in Chattanooga. I'm going to walk you through my map of my most favorite outdoor haunted spaces where you can be walking down the sidewalks and encounter ghosts coming from every direction. Hey, and if you want a copy of this map, you can download it from our website at yourtourtime.com. I'm going to put the link down below so you know exactly where to find it. And if you're coming to Chattanooga and want to go on a real ghost story walk with real ghost folk, be sure to book tickets on our website. And make sure to subscribe here because I'm going to be going through and making even more maps of some of my favorite haunted hotels and bars and other places that you'll find right here. To start through our map on our freaky fun spot, let's go to the very first one, and that's a picture of me. You can meet us here when you order tickets online for the ChattaBOOga Ghost Walk, and at the very beginning, we'll give you the terrifying backstory of Chattanooga and what made it so haunted. Let's start going through the rest of the map. Number 2, this is the Walnut Street Bridge. Now, the Walnut Street Bridge is right here, and it goes from one side of the river to the next. And it's a very terrifying spot. And what makes it so haunted? Well, Ed Johnson, back in 1906, was falsely accused and convicted of rape. Now, a very impatient lynch mob drugged Ed Johnson from the jail, and they hanged him right here from the second rafter on this bridge. Ed's ghost can still be heard screaming and professing his innocence. You can hear the angry mob, and maybe on just the right night, see the body of Ed Johnson swinging from the rafters above your head. Now, for number 2, on places where you can find terrifying sights and ghosts just walking around, the site of Swains Jail. Today, it's a private parking lot, but during the Civil War, this is where Confederate jailers would hold Union soldiers and torture and starve them to death. You don't really want to park in this parking lot, mainly because it is private and the tow truck will carry you away faster than the ghoster will ever get to your car. But ghosts are known to get into the cars. They will show up as eyes in the backs of the windows. The radios will come off and on their own. The seats will move back and forth. The trunks pop open, and all sorts of other freaky things happen right here on this site where the tortured souls still roam to this day. Now, number 3, and I gotta tell you, this is one of my most favorite spots in the entire city. It is the Firemans Fountain. Yeah, the Firemans Fountain right here. Now, this place, believe it or not, actually had alligators. They were there to eat pets that jumped over the fence. As you're in this spot, walking along the grass, you can feel the little kitties and the doggies who used to play here, who were eaten by the alligators. You can see the alligators right there in the picture, or you might even hear the roar of an alligator. Personally, I don't think I'd walk my children on that grass. For number 4, the old courthouse. This building takes up the entire city block. And back during the days of the Civil War, the Union would take control of this building and use it as their headquarters. And they would hang Confederate soldiers from the trees out on the lawn. You can be walking by at night and still hear the mobs outside and see the soldiers swinging from the trees. And what is next? Another one of my absolute favorites. Cooper's Alley. There are multiple ghosts and sightings right here in this area because all the buildings that surround this alley burnt up in the Great Fire of Chattanooga back in 1871. And all those thousands of souls still roam through this spot to this very day because they were never laid to rest. The city just came through and bulldozed and laid new ground and new buildings right on top of all those dead bodies. You're walking on thousands of souls right here. And sometimes they come up and will make their presence known. And then finally, the last of our most favorite spots. Believe it or not, it's a street corner, 700 Market Street. During the days of yellow fever, yes, we did have yellow fever here, many of the citizens ran off and left their homes. They left their buildings, their money. Since all these goodies were just sitting around all over the place, looters invaded Chattanooga, breaking into all these places. There was only one sheriff and a couple of officers to handle everything here in the city, and the only way they knew how to handle the looters, since they couldn't put them in jail or give them trials, they would hang them right here in the center of the street. Now, if you come through here today, when it's nice and quiet, a good 3 or 4 in the morning, you might even see some of those looters still hanging and swinging from these lampposts. So are you scared yet? Is Chattanooga the thrill that you're looking for? Well, make sure to hit our link below, because you'll find more terrifying, fun, freaky, frightening stories, and visit lots of great, wonderful places on the ChattaBOOga Ghost Walk. Make sure to grab your online ticket.